How you doing? My name's Justin. I'm going to show you what I use to make the Black Series or Star Wars Black Series 6-inch custom diorama. You can use these tools for any kind of diorama that you make. It doesn't matter the size, it's just the size that I'm using, so you have to make everything according to the scale that you're using. Alright, so I'm making a Hoth diorama. If you haven't noticed, that's a Wampa in the background. Pretty scary looking, right? Good thing he's a toy. And then we've got a Tauntaun Luke, who's going to be hanging upside down in this. And then I've got Han Solo and Princess Leia. It's going to be a split scene where I've got Wampa and Luke on one side, and I've got Han, Tauntaun, and Leia all hanging out together. As Han's about to go rescue Luke, Luke is about to die by the Wampa. Of course, we know he doesn't. You know, spoiler alert. Whoops, too late. So that's pretty much it. Let me show you what I use. All right, so we use a ruler for all your measuring purposes, and also for making a a nice straight line. So to follow that, I use my Sharpie with that all the time. And the next best friend is going to be your box cutter and extra blades. Don't forget to buy blades; you're going to need them. They wear out pretty quick, surprisingly, even on styrofoam. Hot glue gun. There's a lot of glue you're going to use. Hot glue or the low temp glue is fine. That's what I use, and get you some glue sticks. And then you're also going to use Gorilla Glue. That's what I use to put my half-inch pieces together, because you're going to buy two different types of foam, half-inch and inch thick. I mean, you could just buy half-inch, honestly, if you didn't really have an interest in the full inch thick, but I really like using the inch thick for the base and the top, and I use my half-inch for maybe the back when I'm adding some details. I put two pieces together, or the sides, it's fine. Also, you can use some crazy glue. I haven't really used a whole lot of this. I think I used it more on a custom figure I made than anything else. You're going to use another cutting tool or sanding tool you may want. Highly recommend it is a Dremel. I know I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on stuff like this, but this is one tool you'll spend 40 or 50 bucks on probably, unless you get it on sale, and it will do so much for you. It'd be well worth every single dollar, and you're going to use it for so much. You don't have to use this to make these things, but it really adds that extra detail that you're looking for, and it makes it look a lot better. So I wasn't the best at doing this at first, but the first project I made, I didn't use one, but use a mask, because if you breathe in the foam, from what I understand, it's not really going to be able to leave your lungs, because it's not organic, it's not going to decompose. I'm not a scientist, but I just am pretty sure it's not going to work out. So you don't want to mess up your lungs, right? You only get one set. You're going to need your brushes. And you're going to need your paints. I use acrylic paints. I love them. And you want to get a lot of white and black and any other major colors. I'm going to obviously use a lot of white and blue on this. So I've got a big container of blue and a big container of white to use. And then you also might need a little pen. A pen's good for drawing, not just the Sharpie. And maybe even a little nail file. You can do your nails when in between the glue drying and whatnot. And also you want to draw out a plan of what you're going to do. Obviously, we're not going to get too close on this because I want you making fun of my awesome drawing that looks like a kindergartner did. But that's pretty much it. So you got all your tools, you have your figures, that's all you need. So here we go. All right. Now that is what we're looking for. It has a lot more detail, makes it look way more realistic. I need to touch up this side now, and then we'll be wrapping this up. I've already cut out, the bottom of this piece. So I'm just going to use a ruler as a straight edge to draw out where my backing piece needs to be. So anytime you make a cut, and you're just copying what you have, put it up against what you want, make sure the edge is straight on the back and the sides. You can kind of adjust as you need. If it's a little bit off, it's not the end of the world. You can always adjust later. Alright, so I'm going to put my straight edge up against it since I don't have a fully straight edge at the bottom. And I will know exactly where to draw my line and where to cut it. So here we go. I'm going to take this off, draw my edge, and then make a good cut. So you hold your ruler down nice and steady. Move your hand along the way so you don't push the ruler and make it slide. And you should be good. off the line, I can fix that after. And you just, well, that just fell right down. It's not that easy. Pop it off. You can make some corrections after if you need to. Alright. One more look, and we should be done with this piece. For the most part. That looks great. I'm good with it. Alright, so that's all done. So as you can see now, when you glue it together, that's the look you get, and you can add more pieces to this backing if you want, which I'm going to do. Not for this section most likely, but definitely the door. I'm going to add some details there. So on with the next part. Alright, to sum it up, we've got Luke hanging from some icicles here. One of my favorite things that I got done today. And he detaches with some magnets on his feet. You can see that. I don't really like the magnets, but they're working, so I had to use so many of them to get them to stay. It was kind of a problem, but we fixed it and made a bunch of icicles, as you can see down here. I don't know if you can see all of them. A bunch of little ones. And we'll glue these on the base or the ceiling, whatever I need to do, because they're going to be on both, the ceiling and the base. And we finished this piece. Well, not finished. I forgot I have to do some details on the Rebel door. That's going to take a minute to do for sure. But we'll get around to it. This part looks really good, I think. When I add paint and put some different colors and shading in there, it's going to make it look like it's a little bit deeper, especially these darker colors on the back, and fade into a lighter white on the outside. That will be great when it's all done. What else? And then simple, I've still got to do a little bit more to this, but I just put a curved edge. It's easier to see from this side. This is my middle piece, so it'll be right here, like this. And it will separate the two scenes while also making it look like it's underground a little bit. So it gives you some separation between the two, but it also keeps them with the theme instead of being just a styrofoam board. And that all came from making a mistake earlier, and I was like, you know what? I might as well cut into this and give it some shape, and that'll take care of the mistake, but it'll also look really good in the end. So sometimes you benefit from your mistakes in the end. And that's pretty much it. So tomorrow and the rest of this week, over the next 7 days, I'll be adding a whole lot more to this and hopefully finishing it within a week. That's my goal. We'll see if I can get it done. Whoa! Hit your dad in the head. And all the way through. We're good there. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Well, that's one way to take off the piece.